Right, here we go. Back again. Back again. Alright. And today it is indeed Meme of the Week. And this is the 23rd episode. And yeah, I did have to check, but it is indeed the 23rd. So yeah, another series, if you like, that is going strong. And thank you to everyone who takes part and who puts in their vote. Your social credit score will indeed now go up. And this was the 5 contenders that we had. And once again, quite a good selection. And yes, there was indeed a winner. And it was, yep, number 3. So if you voted for number 3, congratulations. And I think that I would have myself voted for number 3. It really is a classic meme for sure. But it did win by a ball hair, as we do say in bonnie Scotland, right? And number 4 was very close. There was indeed one vote in it, right? So yeah, true democracy in action. But number 4 is another absolute classic for sure, and I'm sure we can all relate to this one in terms of the people around us, right? They don't want to know. But the winner we will touch on, number 3, and it did say the reason why the unenlightened constantly ask truthers to answer their questions is because they have been spoon fed by the media machine all of their life and now lack the ability to engage their critical thinking skills to research the topics and wait for you to spoon feed them, right? And I laugh because I'm pretty sure, adamant, that just about everyone who watches this channel has been in this situation, either in conversation with a family member or friend, either in person, in reality, or online, right? And usually, no matter what you have to share with them or tell them, they will not accept it unless it is from the mainstream media or a trusted source like the BBC, right? Sure, why not? But yeah, I'm sure you've all been there. But in terms of critical thinking, well, yeah, that's out the fucking window today, let's face it. Look around, right? But this is from 2009, published paper, peer reviewed, the whole fucking shebang, right? Is technology producing a decline in critical thinking and analysis? And it is by Stuart Walpert. Yeah, we will go with that. As technology has played a bigger role in our lives, our skills and critical thinking and analysis has declined. Wow, while our visual skills have improved. Sure, according to research by Patricia Greenfield, UCLA Distinguished Professor of Psychology and Director of the Children's Digital Media Center, Los Angeles. Right, so she clearly knows her stuff, right? She must be the expert of all experts, sure. But what a surprise that technology has played a big role in the decline of critical thinking. People really are dependent upon the mass media, and we will expand on this paper a wee bit. We won't get into it too much today, but I can't help but cover a few bits at least, right? Learners have changed as a result of their exposure to technology, says Greenfield, who analysed more than 50 studies on learning and technology, including research on multitasking and the use of computers, the internet, and video games. Right, ain't that a surprise? All that stuff there, of course, is on the increase, and we will touch on that. And if you can hear aeroplanes in the background, that is indeed the RAF Typhoons, who are out in force today, it would seem, right? So yeah, give them a wave, sure. But this as well from Brain Spire. Is society too dependent on technology? Well, yes, it fucking is. That is without a doubt. We won't get into this too much, but you wouldn't have to look far for evidence. But you don't have to look. We know, everyone knows, that society today is dependent upon technology and indeed the mass media. The sheep, they can't get enough of it. And we will touch on now briefly just in terms of mass media, right? This is Masters in Communications.org. And is mass media good or bad for you and your family? Now, I wonder, right? And what does it say? Well, to begin with, we will point out the positive aspects of mass media, right? It says some positive effects include motor skills are improved by typing, right? Clicking, wow, playing games, and other tech-related finger skills, right? Wow, hand-eye coordination or even quick thinking can be helped. Wow, this really is astonishing stuff. Access to mass news media can improve reading skills. Wow. Social network activity is theorized to improve writing and socializing skills. Right. And if you believe that fucking last one, you really will believe anything, because it is the opposite of that. In all them, that is a complete and utter load of shite, as we do say in Scotland. But the negative effects, I can indeed believe straight up, and some of them include depression or anxiety over body image, normalizing violence, unfettered access to pornography, increased risk of obesity from inactivity, decreased attention to schoolwork. And this is obviously that last one. Well, all of them are in relation to you and your family, kids included. And yeah, I think we know that these effects are real in terms of the negative effects. The positive effects, it's just simple things that you can't buy, like improved fucking finger skills. And yeah, that's just total BS, let's face it. But there is plenty, thousands even, of articles and papers in relation to the negative effects of mass media and television. This one here from 2004. Mere exposure, gender differences in the negative effects of priming a state of self-objectification. Right, and mere exposure is basically when you see something, it becomes normal to you. So you you see something on the television, then you want to be that way. That's what mere exposure is. It is as simple as that, right? And look it up. It's all there. If you don't want to take my word for it, then that's fine. Look it up. It's fucking there to see. This one is here. This one here even from 1990. mitigating the negative effects of sexually violent mass communications through pre-exposure briefings. Right. And this one here, basically, in short, we won't get into it too much. It's quite horrific, really. But they were doing experiments, if you like, where they try to reverse the negative effects of exposure to violence or sexual violence. So they would treat a patient by showing him certain things or films or horror movies or what else was it? Trials, rape trials, and then do tests on them to see what effect it had. And it did indeed have a fucking effect. Right? It's all there in black and white in terms of the effect that TV and mass media can have. Media system dependency theory. Yep, that's a thing as well. And we'll expand on this a wee bit. Not too much, but as you can see, if you go to the bottom paragraph, at its core, the basic dependency hypothesis states that the more a person depends on media to meet needs, the more important media will be in a person's life, and therefore the more effect media will have on a person. Damn fucking straight. And this is from the 70s, and they have a chart and everything, or a graph if you like. And today the COVID has skyrocketed the fucking mass media intake when it comes to the masses. And this from April 2020, the year of deception, of course. How COVID-19 has impacted media consumption by generation. Wow, so let's have a wee look then. This is media consumption with Gen Z generations, right? That might be you if you are 16 to 23, which I don't believe is much of my audience, but their online activity is horrendous, really. A millennial, which I am actually classed as, because I am indeed 33, and it is 24 to 37-year-old. But no, I don't buy that I am. I'm more like the next one. But all this is another divide tactic where they split us all up into different sections, right? But we're all the same, really. How we like to spend our time is completely through choice, right? Gen X, 38 to 56. Not much going on there by the looks of it, right? But of course there will be. Don't buy the majority of this. Most of it will be BS. 57, the boomer, 57 to 64. Again, not much online activity, but still, right across the board, there is indeed media consumption, probably more than there should be. And of course, the need for pandemic positivity. We are all hooked on fear at the moment, of course, not us, but the sheep. And they now seek the answer. And the first thing I would imagine that the majority of them do when they get home from work is put on the news in hope for good news. But it will indeed only be bad news, because the bad news never fucking ends, that is for sure. And of course, we cannot mention the mass media without mentioning, I almost forgot what it was called, MK Ultra, right? And of course, we have touched on the project MK Ultra in the past, where it is all about really mind control and programming the fucking masses. And it all makes sense when you join the dots, that is for sure. And talk about blatant, this TV box here on Amazon, it is indeed called MK Ultra, right? Just a coincidence that, because they have closed down the MK Ultra program that the CIA had. Sure. And yeah, my only advice again in terms of mass media and the television is indeed to switch it off. Right? Finished. Don't fucking watch it. And especially do not watch the news, any of it. Sky, BBC, fucking you name it, CNN, whatever it may be. It is not good for your health. Right? Switch it off. Switch on, watch something even if you have to, that you like, that you enjoy. I myself like wildlife, but you won't catch me watching David Attenborough. I have no fucking time for him and his fucking fear campaign and the climate hoax. But yeah, I do watch stuff that has to do with caring for animals and animal sanctuaries and different things like that. If I can find them, they are few and far between because, of course, they want us all watching the fucking Netflix and the Sky and the Disney and the Now TV. And, of course, it goes on and on. But we will leave mass media. But fear not, because I do think that that deserves a video on its own, which is another good thing, really, about Meme of the Week, because it can give me ideas on videos that I can make. And yeah, it's also great for interaction with yourselves. So that is that. And let's now get into this week's top 5. Are you ready? Good. This is number 1. What scares me most is not the fact that our media is lying to us. It's the fact that most of you believe them. Yep. And that is a fucking worrying fact for sure. And yeah, another classic meme there. And this is number 2. And as you can see, it is a nurse. And she is saying we need a doctor because the patient is ill. But the man next to her, who is Bill Gates, is saying, it's okay, I'm rich. And yeah, he has Microsoft on his jacket. And I think we get this one for sure. And this is number 3. And it is a girl texting a boy saying, did you see COVID-19 cases are rising? And the guy replies, blocked. Because this is what the BBC do on the likes of Twitter. They will block you if you have an opinion of your own. And this is number 4. Conspiracy theorists of the world, believers in the hidden hands of the Rothschilds and the Masons and the Illuminati, we skeptics owe you an apology. You were right. The players may be a little different, but your basic premise is correct. The world is a rigged game. Matt Taibbi, Rolling Stone magazine. Now, ain't that something, right? Give yourself a fucking pat on the back, because all this time you have indeed been correct. Of course, we know the fucking script. And this is number 5. The single greatest tool of oppression is ignorance. Damn fucking straight. And that is an absolute classic, that, right, for sure. And yeah, as always, just put a comment below with the number that you would like to win, and I will indeed calculate the votes. And once again, yep, it will be true democracy in action, right? But thank you kindly to everyone who takes part, who engages with the channel, and who votes. It's fantastic, and I do enjoy it for sure. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow with a vaccine update. So it will be interesting to see how long the video stays up. I still have only had 3 videos removed, which I do find slightly staggering, if I'm honest. I don't know if I'm somehow slipping through the fucking AI net, right? It's quite strange, really. But yeah, time will tell. But we will have a vaccine update tomorrow. So yeah, look out for it. And that is about it. Bye-bye.